Good morning from Germany. So this morning we are leaving the Amma Magna, but our adventures in Germany are not over. We have 2 nights in Munich, and in those 2 nights we're going to see some castles. We've got 1 castle today, 1 castle tomorrow. The one tomorrow is the one that inspired Cinderella Castle at Walt Disney World. So being a Disney girl at heart, I'm super excited about that. So our transfer is almost here to pick us up. Let's get going. So we have arrived at castle number 1. It's about halfway between Vilshofen and Munich. So we've been driving about an hour and we're here now. And unfortunately, the parking lot is a long way from the castle itself. So we're hoping we're going the correct way. And it's quite chilly today. It's like the coldest day that we've had since we've been here. It's 40 degrees and it's snowing in parts of Germany right now. Not snowing here, thank goodness. All right, we've made it. I'm gonna try my pronunciation of Trausnitz Castle. Probably wrong, but you know, that's what we're going with today until someone tells us otherwise. So we're here. I don't know how much time we have. I think we're kind of open-ended. Good thing about a private driver. So let's go on in. And there's church bells like dinging everywhere around us. It is very windy up here, so we are kind of on a hill overlooking the town down below, and the wind is just whipping up here. So the trees are moving a lot. You can hear the wind, but where we're standing, because we've got tall walls on either side of us, we're not feeling it yet anyway. We've made it inside and we decided to buy tickets to do the actual tour of the inside of the castle. They're €5.50 a person, and they give you all the information in English or whatever language you speak. For us, obviously English. So we're gonna actually get to see the inside. So this is the Chamber of Curiosities. There's all types of very interesting figures that have been created, and then stuffed animals. So this was 16th century, pre-scientific, and they would just find these interesting animals from around the world. Like there's this, things that we recognize. There's an armadillo. I saw a crawfish, alligators, things like that. But there's big turtle shells in here, and it was like the early museums were like these curiosities, and there's a collection here. So the second chamber is filled with exotics from around the world. So a lot of ivory in there, beautiful glass, metals from around the world. So these collections, so the people went out around the world and collected these things and brought them back to Germany. And these are like early museum items. Wow, so we kind of just came outside, turned a corner, and we have this massive, expansive view of the city below. All the roofs have that orange tiled roof to them, and it matches the roof that's on the castle. That's not something I think I've ever seen before, where the castle and the town have the same architecture and truly match each other. Beautiful view from up here. And I think the wind stopped. It's not as cold. And just look at that church. It's just truly amazing to me how they built these churches so beautiful and pristine and tall. I mean, we're talking before cranes were around, and this church steeple. So we noticed this when we were driving through the German countryside, is every time you look out the window, you see church steeples everywhere. That's like how you notice where a new town is based on the church sitting right in the middle of it and the steeple coming up. Absolutely beautiful. So this terrace that we're standing right here is from the time of the Renaissance, and so you would come and you could overlook the town below. You could see the churches, and then they would have activities up here. There's a bandstand behind me. They would have dinners and parties right here with views of the sunset and views of the vistas below. So Trausnitz Castle was founded in 1204, and from then until the early 1500s, this was the seat of power for the Dukes of Lower Bavaria. Beautiful residence. Could you imagine living here? What's interesting is when you see, usually it's the floors are very ornate and elaborate. And in here, the floors are very plain plank wood, but the ceiling is very detailed and beautiful. And these rooms just echo. Very cavernous. So I finished the walkthrough of the castle. This was a really good tour. I mean, so they give you all the information right here. The tour is very easy to follow. You know, you go from room to room. You can read the information, you know, see the artwork, see the rooms of curiosities were pretty cool. And then just seeing the different rooms of, you know, this was a stateroom. This was, you know, a welcoming hall. This was a party room. This was the chapel. And just everything is so very well maintained here. I mean, 1204, that's a long time, and to have the beauty, the history, and the culture all preserved, definitely a good visit today. We are getting ready to leave and the church bells are tolling that it's noon, but we just saw this poster right here that shows all the castles in Bavaria. There are 44 castles in this area of Germany. That's a lot. We're going to see this one today, Trausnitz. Oh, I'm so bad. And tomorrow, Cinderella Castle. I'll pronounce it correctly tomorrow, I promise. Oh yeah, we are totally going to McDonald's in Germany for lunch. It's happening. We made it to Munich after our transfer, took a little rest in the hotel and have come for a walk. So we were at Marienplatz Square and we had to come see the Glockenspiel that went off at 5:00 p.m. So it's got set times throughout the year that it goes off every single day, and you just have to catch one of those times. So up here it's 43 bells, 32 life-size figures that reenact scenes from Munich's history. The whole program lasted about 10 minutes, and we got here right at the beginning and caught it. And the best scene was there's this knight coming around the corner and he gets jousted and he falls back and the whole crowd goes, ooh. So that was really cool to see. I'm glad we got to see that, and there's bells going off in the city right now. Oh, and by the way, it was established in 1908, so it's been here over 100 years. So from a distance, you think this is a church because of the spires, but it's not a church. Because when you get up close, you're like, well, hold on, it looks like a church, but it's not a church. It's actually the town hall of Munich, where the Glockenspiel is. And then you walk through the gates of the town hall, which is where the Glockenspiel is, and you come to this. This courtyard is incredible. I mean, like, I totally wasn't expecting this. I thought I was just, like, walking through a building into another town square or whatever. This is incredible. It's dark stone. The architecture is insane. So this massive building and courtyard complex dates back to 1874. There used to be small buildings, and the town of Munich or city of Munich outgrew those small buildings, so they started connecting buildings together and made this one big town hall. I tell you what, it's impressive, and then the more you walk through, the more details you see. There's these crazy gargoyles coming out of the wall, there's statues built into the wall, there's ironworks, there's arches. It's just beautifully constructed. Made it to the Hofbräuhaus here in Munich, and we have a reservation for the main dining room, or separate dining room, whatever you call it, for 6:30. But in the meantime, we were able to get a spot at the shared tables. So as of right now, some are having beer, some are having pretzels. I'm waiting for the main event upstairs, but this is a really cool place. Instead of going upstairs to the dining room or whatever it is up there, we decided to stay out here because there's live music, and we already had a table. So Aaron just got a cheese pretzel with bacon as a snack, and we have ordered Wiener Schnitzel that we're gonna split because it's supposed to be a massive portion. And I think pretty much everyone at the table is getting Wiener Schnitzel, so I'm excited about that because we did not get it in Vienna. Cheesy bacon pretzel goodness. It's good. The schnitzel is here. So me and Sarah ordered one plate. We're gonna cut it in half and split it. That is potato salad. It looks like mashed potatoes from here, but I'm sure there's something different about it. So I'm excited to try this. Okay, so I've got schnitzel with cranberry sauce. That's so good. So the pork is really thin, the batter is really thin, and that cranberry sauce just adds to it. Potato salad. That's different than the potato salad I'm used to. It almost has a vinegary taste to it. Good meal. All right, I'm gonna eat now. Well, that was a fun night at Hofbräuhaus. Did I say it right? Yes. Hofbräuhaus. That was cool. So, not a beer drinker, doesn't matter. Great atmosphere, good food. That Wiener Schnitzel was yum. Gotta try and make that at home. That's something we've never made at home. So, castle number 1 for today is in the books, and tomorrow is the castle, like the castle, which is.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, this one takes practice, okay? Neuschwanstein Castle, which was the inspiration for Cinderella Castle at Walt Disney World. So I'm excited about that. See you in the morning. Neuschwanstein. Guten Morgen from Munich. So we are here. We have gotten our group together. We are in front of Radius Tours, which is our meeting point, and we are ready to take our venture to the castle. So they said we're taking the train to the main area, and they will get us on a bus that will take us around Neuschwanstein. By the end of the day, I will know how to say it. Neuschwanstein Castle. And so the adventure begins. We are on the train. We've got about a 2-hour train ride there, and then pretty much all day and a train ride back. We will be back in Munich around 7:20 p.m. So this is an all-day affair, but it sounds pretty amazing. So ready to get going. our train has arrived in Füssen and our bus is waiting for us. So from here, I think he says it's about an 8-minute ride to the castle, but I think we're stopping for lunch first because it's right at noon and everybody's hungry. What a beautiful drive in. So it's just rolling hills going into these cute, quaint little towns, and then you get to the Alps and it's just like snow covered. It snowed yesterday, so there's snow on the ground. It's in the 40s, so in the shade there's still snow, but where the sun is, it's melted. Absolutely beautiful. And we got to see a little bit of the castle from the distance on the train. Now we're heading there after we eat. We've made it up to the point where we can see the castle, but first we have a break for lunch. So we have about an hour to eat lunch and walk to the lake. So we're like hurrying up. He said there's plenty of places to eat, but he suggests us come here, get a brat, get some fries, get something local, get something quick, and move on. He said you don't come to Germany for the food, you came for the castles. And this is the view from the balcony. Saw the balcony from down below. Unbelievable. Look at that. You can see the other castle from here. You can have a beautiful view of the Alps. It's absolutely amazing. That is a wrap today for Neuschwanstein. No, Neuschwanstein. God, I can't get it right. Neuschwanstein. Anyway, that one, that beautiful castle up there. It's time to get back on our bus to take us to the train station to go back to Munich. What a glorious day it's been. Beautiful weather, beautiful castle. Good day. One last dinner in Munich. We are at Augustiner. I'm terrible. Augustiner Keller, which has been around since the 1300s, and we are having dinner here, and there is a live band, so it's like Oktoberfest everywhere we go. Last dinner in Germany, and we have schnitzel and spätzle. That was so good. I literally ate everything on my plate, and that was 2 big portions of schnitzel and a pile of spätzle. All gone. Best, I think probably one of the best meals of this entire trip on the last day in Germany. Thank you, Steve-O, for the recommendation. That was good. That is it for this trip. One more sleep and I head home tomorrow. It has been absolutely amazing. And that last meal in Germany was just like the icing on the cake. It was absolute perfection. Today was, I mean, just magical, really. We went to a Fairytale castle. I mean, it doesn't get much more magical than that. And since you made it this far to the end of the video, I'm going to tell you a little bit of something that I just found out. So Jason and I both just did our DNA with Ancestry, and it came back that I am 20% German, which I would have never in a million years guessed that. So I can tell you, even though there's German in my blood, I still cannot speak the language. I cannot get these words right to save my life. So I will have to practice for the next time I am in Germany. But if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you on our next adventure very soon. Bye!